Hey student, watch this video and learn what you need to do over the next 21 days to boost your English speaking. If you don't know me very well, hello, I'm teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because every week I post different kinds of English lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. Now, let's get to the lesson. And one disclaimer right off the bat is you're not going to be fluent in 21 days. You're not going to be perfect in 21 days. However, you will boost, you will improve your English speaking if you follow the 3 recommendations, more specifically 3 exercises that I'm going to share with you in this video. So watch it until the end because for every exercise recommendation I give, I show you examples of what you can start doing today, okay? Now guys, here on my channel, I help a specific level, pre-intermediate and intermediate students. My goal is to help students like you go from stuck to speaking in 6 months because you're not a beginner anymore. So it's completely possible to unlock your English fluency, speak confidently over the next 6 months if you follow the right strategies. And at this level, intermediate level, even upper intermediate level, students start to pay attention to their speaking more closely, to their tendencies, to the mistakes they tend to make. Therefore, here on my channel, I focus on this level, and this video, today's lesson, is going to help you a lot. Now, how do I know that? Well, basically, guys, I have an online program, the Real English Academy, and I do this with my students from the Academy. They have the platform, the recorded lessons, all the activities they need to do. And in addition to all the work they have on the platform, we have an exclusive group with different kinds of speaking activities. Activities they have to do alone, exercises they have to do alone. They have more than 24 different folders with 10 to 20 exercises, and they always involve speaking. Maybe you can't read very well, but I put 2 screenshots of some popular challenges my students have access to. A listening and speaking challenge. Another one is a reading and speaking challenge. We have movie and speaking challenge. So I'm always integrating these skills with my students, so I know these exercises work if you're consistent. And speaking of consistency, why 21 days? Guys, you're not a beginner anymore, okay? Let's make that very clear. So I'm not talking to someone who just started. I'm not talking about being fluent in 21 days either, okay? I am talking about noticing a change, improving, boosting your English speaking. Speaking does not come naturally to us. We are non-native speakers. Therefore, we need to understand that we have limitations, that speaking is not so natural to us. Therefore, we must practice, even if we don't have anyone to practice with us. Many students stop themselves from practicing their English speaking because they don't have a partner, because they don't have a teacher. But with this video and many other videos I have here on my channel, I show you that yes, you can practice your English speaking. If you want to go from stuck to speaking in 6 months, you gotta establish a speaking habit. Another thing that you need to understand, you need to be intentional with this practice and not expect that there won't be any effort, that you don't need to work hard, that you don't need to dedicate yourself. Results only come if you put in the work, okay? 21 days, I am suggesting starting with this change because there are studies, 21 days is a very good number for the brain, okay? Studies show that we need on average 66 days to form a new habit. Good or bad, okay? Doesn't matter. We need 66 days. But in 21 days, you can already see, you can already notice a drastic change. That's why we recommend starting with 21 days. But you will need to repeat this cycle. That's what I call it, cycles. So you need to repeat this cycle of 21 days until it becomes a habit, okay? So consistency is key. Ideally, in this first cycle, I recommend you don't take breaks, okay? I recommend you follow 21 days straight, okay? Don't take breaks. This will help your brain understand that this is a good habit that you should follow, okay? So it's very important. Your brain will respond really well to gradual and consistent work. That being said, the first exercise you're going to do is to practice short dialogues, okay? Now, you're not a beginner anymore. We need to start thinking of alternatives, options, things you can do. And this is an integrated practice. This is a writing and a speaking practice. So you will need to write. This will not be easy for you simply by speaking, okay? Every exercise I give my students in my academy or in my study plan cycle, I will talk about it very soon, they always involve another skill. Never leave speaking alone. There's always something else you need to do in addition to the speaking practice, okay? So you will have to use your imagination, okay? You are going to write a dialogue to prepare yourself. And I will give you the ideas. I will give you 3 ideas to help you get started. Then you will have to continue the cycle and keep doing it yourself, okay? You will practice by writing. You will write the dialogue. You will create all the dialogue, and I will give you ideas. Finished. Done. Then you will pick up your phone, you will open a voice recorder, and you're going to record yourself speaking in English. Teacher, can I read my dialogue? No. Writing is preparation. Writing is inspiration. Speaking, no preparation anymore. You can't just read. Reading is different from speaking. So the writing is just to help you integrate the practice. But when it's time to speak, put the notes away and let your imagination flow, okay? For example, let's say here 2 friends are chatting. So I'm giving you an idea of a dialogue. I'm giving you an idea of a conversation. 2 friends are chatting. Oh, hi, hello. And then one friend says, I'm thinking of moving to Canada. Start a conversation based on that. And then you can create a dialogue. Oh, really? Why Canada? And then you reply, oh, you have to imagine. You have to use your imagination. That's why writing is a good preparation, okay? So that you can think of possible reasons, possible answers, possible questions to complete this dialogue, okay? And I'm not gonna lie. When I practice this, when I do short dialogues, I even change my voice a little. Okay, I sometimes play with my voice because I'm really auditory. I sometimes change voices so that I have a speaker 1 and a speaker 2, okay? So then you will think of possible questions to continue this dialogue. So one friend is talking to another. I'm thinking of moving to Canada. Ooh, start a dialogue there. How do you continue the conversation? So you will create a dialogue between person A, person B. You are person A or person B, okay? So you name it. And then finish writing. You can review, you can read, you can study. Done. Awesome. Now you will speak, okay? But put the notes away. Oh, I'm thinking of moving to Canada. Show interest. Oh, really? That's exciting. Why Canada? Well, Canada is a nice country. There are many opportunities. And I have friends there. Then you continue. Oh, but isn't it cold in Canada? It's like winter all the time. Then you reply, well, not all the time. They have summer. It's not very long, but it's okay. Then you continue. You have to use your imagination. Oh, but do you have any plans of what to do in Canada? Do you have anything in mind? And then you continue. Guys, this exercise will put your brain under pressure to create, to use what you got, okay? And I will talk about some problems you will have while you're doing these 3 exercises, okay? Stay with me until the end. Moving on. Here are 3 other ideas, okay? So I'm gonna share 3 ideas with you guys. So here we have husband and wife. And then the husband looks at the wife and says, you've been quiet all morning. Is something wrong? What? And then the wife is like, You can write all the conversation, no problems. This can be a writing exercise. So the idea is to let your imagination flow, okay? Go smoothly, wildly, okay? And then you create the conversation, follow the same recommendations I gave you a few minutes ago. Neighbors, hey, have you heard the news? And then you, oh no, what is it? What is it? What's the news? Start a dialogue. 3, sisters, 2 sisters talking or 2 brothers, it's just to play with imagination. Alice, why are you wearing my jeans? And then you continue the dialogue. Guys, this will test your imagination. This will help you boost your creativity and consequently your English speaking. Not to mention the vocabulary you're going to learn, because this will happen. You will catch yourself doing this exercise and words that you don't know will be needed. And you have to stop, search, okay, for these words, discover what they are, and complete your dialogue, okay? This is okay. That's intentional. So you will be integrating several different skills here. Moving on to number 2, vocabulary and speaking. For the next 21 days, you're going to have a speaking and vocabulary practice. If you want to boost your English speaking, it's important to follow an integrated practice. If you want to learn more about integrated practice, check my study plan cycle. I call it 21-day study plan cycle because I want to change your habits in 21 days. It's very interesting. Check the link in the description. But let's keep rolling. Let me explain how this exercise works, because I basically explained that you have to combine vocabulary and speaking. But how are you going to do this? You're going to pick 3 to 5 words, okay? Every day for the next 21 days. 3 words. You don't need to pick many. Maybe 5 words will be many for you. So 3 words or 2 words or 1 word, as long as you do it every day for the next 21 days. This may include a little bit of writing and a little bit of grammar, because I'm always thinking of integration, okay? So if you catch yourself, well, let me write this first to prepare myself. Let me study a little grammar first. This may happen to you. It's natural, okay? So what are you going to do? You're going to pick 5 words, 3 to 5 words, and there are 2 things you can do. You're going to prepare questions with those words and answer the questions. There's a catch. Or you're simply going to write affirmative and negative sentences, okay? Now, guys, ideally, this vocabulary practice should be connected to other practices. There should be a subject. This is something I teach my students in my academy, something I teach a little in my study plan cycle. You need to have a subject in mind, okay? I'm not talking about this here, but I have other videos where I describe this in detail, and you're always going to record yourself speaking. So you can do this by writing. Oh, okay, I picked 5 words. Then I created examples, okay? Now I'm going to record myself. Priscilla, can I read the examples I wrote? No, absolutely not. The idea is to put you under pressure. Okay? That's the idea. So put yourself under pressure and speak. Create examples. That's what I want. This is the speaking practice that I'm talking about. Speaking is not about reading. Always remember that, okay? So here I picked some words for you. You can do 1 word per day or 2 or 3, but then you will have to come up with your own words. And here, I didn't connect with a subject. It's something I do. I do with my students in my academy. I do in my study plan cycle. So keep that in mind, that it's better if you focus on a subject. To crave, to enjoy, typically, in trouble, put up with, to be on cloud 9. How can I create phrases with these words? And I'm not just talking about any phrase. I'm talking about phrases connected with your life, okay? The dialogue is more open. You're imagining crazy stories to boost your speaking and your imagination, okay? Your creativity, your quick thinking, your reaction time. But here, I want you to get down to earth and focus on connecting this practice with your life. So when you say crave is when you have a desire, you want something, okay? Pregnant women usually crave things a lot. Oh, I'm craving a hot beverage right now because it's a little chilly. There you go. This is actually true. I'm not craving a drink though. I'm craving something salty. Okay. Yeah, savory. That would be nice. Now, here are the words for you. Do the work. And when recording yourself, don't read your examples. Create new ones. There you go. Double practice, integrated practice. Now, guys, moving on. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. That really helps the channel. But guys, I'm so worried. I'm so happy, actually, not worried. I'm so happy about this lesson. I took the time to prepare it. I got the inspiration last night. So one thing I asked you to do is share this lesson with a friend. I know someone needs to watch this lesson. But let's keep going, Study plan cycle link in the description. Number 3, play the paraphrasing game. I love this game. I do this a lot. I do it with my students. I love it, okay? It's really good. What is this? This is also a vocabulary and speaking practice. You see that I'm insisting on vocabulary. Why? Because it's they work together. Okay, you need all these skills, and you will include writing here. This activity that I'm sharing with you today. All of these activities, they do not involve listening. Okay, maybe a little grammar depending on how committed you are. But the only skill that you may not include as much here is listening. Okay, but all the other ones, go for it. Okay. Now, the goal is to describe random words. They can be words in English that you know, or even words you don't know how to say. Okay, let's say you don't know how to say this in English. Okay, you don't know how to say this, so you can describe. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to say this in English. Describe it. Explain. Orally. You can practice by writing. But writing is different from speaking. So you write, then you close your notes, and then start speaking and record yourself doing the work. Okay? So you can pick words you don't know, and then words you know, and describe them. Okay, how am I going to describe water? Fantastic. Well, how do I describe that in English? How do I describe mouse? You can start with easy words and then move on to difficult words. How do I describe inspired? How do I describe bored? And then you level up the challenge. Oh, but teacher, then I describe the word I don't know. Can I Google after that? Of course you can. You don't know. When I say don't translate, I mean use a translation-based method. But if I don't know how to say this in English, I will have to discover what it is. Okay, then in that case, I am okay with it. It's just the way you use translation. Okay? So here, how would you explain these words? If I ask you to explain interested, how do you explain interested? That's the exercise, and you can do it by writing and speaking. Okay, this is a very good exercise. So guys, the goal of this practice is to prepare you for real life when you find yourself in a situation when you don't know how to say a word. Many students get stuck in conversations because they don't know how to say a word. And then they feel bad about it. They feel stressed about it. But when I ask about their English study routine, they never prepare their brain for that moment. And how do you do that? By describing things, describing what you know, describing what you don't know, describing complex words, describing complex emotions. Because again, this will instigate your creativity, your ability to think quickly, to react. Okay, and that's what we need to improve when thinking about the real world, when we don't know a certain word, because this happens to me. I don't know how to say something. How can I react quickly and confidently to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime? That's what fluent people do. I hope you do it as well. Now, common difficulties, okay? You will see that you will need inspiration. So maybe I gave you the ideas of the dialogues, but you may need more ideas. So you may need to use Google to find dialogue ideas to help you keep doing this practice. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? If you don't have the habit of speaking alone, doing this challenge will be difficult. You will speak very little, or maybe you will speak a lot, but with a lot of pauses, a lot of This will happen. Keep pushing. Keep pressing on. You will get better, okay? You have to persist. Be more persistent than your persistent mistake, okay? You will hesitate. You will take breaks. You will get distracted. You will think in your language. You're training your brain, okay? You want to boost your English speaking over the next 21 days, you need to condition your brain. And I have another video talking about this here on my channel, okay? It has almost 2 million views because it's a good video. You have to keep that in mind, okay? You will not know certain words, completely natural. That's why exercise number 3 is to practice describing what you don't know. That will help you become more confident because you're teaching your brain that it's okay. It is natural not to know words, but you know how to describe it. You know how to explain yourself. And that's what fluent people do at the end of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. But other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye!